You're seriously...
Oh, hey, look, it's Transformer.
I am Optimus Prime, and I send this message.
Holy... You suck. Cybertron Weekly is your central hub for everything Transformers. Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews. Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review, and today we're taking a look at another Titans Return figure, and it's a leader class. It's Powermaster Optimus Prime! And I was very shocked to get this. I got this in a promo set with a bunch of other stuff. I had 2 Titans Returns figures in it, which was really, really neat. I was looking forward to Optimus. I really, really was. I've got the Ultra Magnus from the Combiner Wars, which this is a heavy, heavy retool of, and with a Headmaster, basically. And there was a city mode, unofficial city mode, that a lot of people on the interwebs, including myself, had put together for Ultra Magnus, not Maximus, but Magnus, which this guy actually turns into a city. If you've not seen the Ultra Magnus city mode, I will put a link to it right here. Definitely kind of fun. I like the unofficial alternate modes. Those are definitely a lot of fun. This guy looks pretty darn cool, so let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. Alright, so here we have Optimus Prime, and the leader figures just don't look leaderish to me anymore. They look like Ultra figures or something. But it says Transformers Generations. It's got Optimus Prime there. He's a triple changer. There's his head blasting off. I think his name's Apex. I don't know why they didn't just call the little Headmaster unit Orion Pax. Why not? Maybe Apex was his Powermaster partner. Maybe. I can't remember. I've got the original Powermaster Prime, and he's different. Definitely different, but I like the homage to him. Definitely cool. Looks a lot cooler than the Combiner Wars Optimus that we got, which I appreciated the combination with the Autobots, but flat out this looks a lot cooler. And I think this is the first Powermaster Prime we've gotten in a long, long time, if not only the second one. So definitely neat. I'm digging him from the get-go. So very cool. There is a logo at the top. It's got the artwork there. It says Titans Return, and then that side's got the logo. Here's the back of the package. It's got a little write-up there. It's got Optimus in his Powermaster mode, which is looking pretty cool. Robot mode, there's his city mode, and just knocked the whole stage around. His truck mode, there's Apex, looking like Orion Pax without the mask. There's his little robot mode, and then Apex can ride around in the truck just like, you know, the little Ultra Magnus guy. It was Alpha Trion in the Takara version, and I forget what the other guy's name is in the other one. I'll have to go look it up. If you know, leave a comment down below. And then, of course, it's got the play gimmick where the little Headmaster units can go through all the different sizes, whether it's a leader class, a Voyager, or a Deluxe, which is very cool. And then there's Nightbeat, who is one of the little tiniest little guy, scout class, I guess, guys. There's Hardhead, who is a Deluxe. Very cool figure. I did a review on him. If you want to go check that out, I'll leave a link. And then Sentinel Prime, which I do like that figure. He's very orange, though. Again, I've reviewed him. I will put a link if you have not seen that. And then Autobot Blaster, which also came in this pack. And once that is done, I will link that one to this one, and then that one, this one to that one, and all that kind of good stuff. So, yeah. There it is. Very cool. Definitely digging it. That's pretty much it for the packaging. Let's go ahead and get Optimus out of box and see what we think. So here we have Optimus Prime out of package, and I love this figure. I didn't know what to expect to pull it out of the package, to be honest, but overall, I'm in love with it. This is probably my favorite Optimus Prime that wasn't a masterpiece figure that we've gotten in a long, long time. You know, and after looking at it and comparing it to Ultra Magnus, it is a heavy, heavy redeco. The arms are very, very different, as is the chest piece here, and the legs. Now I can see the feet are about the same. I mean, they're the same engineering design, but I mean, the details, molding, completely different, which is very, very cool. And they integrate the headmaster unit in there, which is very nice. Now, the funny thing is, it comes with the same weapon that Ultra Magnus did that turns into the Magnus Hammer, which is interesting. They just kind of threw that in there, and that's okay, I guess. And then he's got his gun bits up here, which is very cool. The only thing I wish there was a port where you could turn one of the little heads into like the little engine from the original Powermaster set. I think that would have been kind of cool, but it is what it is. But we get a nice shiny silver bit right there. But yeah, overall, I'm definitely digging him. It's very stable. Joints are nice. I will say it feels thin. The plastic feels thin, especially when you start opening parts up here. I can see kids breaking it, unfortunately. It's kind of sad, but yeah, I mean, it's not as durable as the older toys. It's just not, and the price is like 3 times as much, which is kind of unfortunate. He does come with his little collector card that has some pretty decent artwork on it. Pretty neat. Here is his stats, and he goes a little bit, about 3/4, almost 3/4 all the way to, I'm guessing that's what Fortress Maximus is going to be. Yeah, so kind of interesting. He does have his truck mode, which looks a lot like the Ultra Magnus version, and he's got his city mode. And I didn't know, I was looking at the instructions. He comes with this huge sheet of instructions that the smaller cities, Blaster and Prime, actually connect to Fortress Maximus in city mode to make a giant Cybertron city, which is pretty darn neat. Now, as far as articulation goes on this guy, he's got a joint, and I just threw his gun onto the floor. Right there, he's got an elbow there. His hand is articulated just ever so slightly. There is no twist at the waist. He kicks that far forward. He kicks about that far back. His head is on a swivel. It doesn't really look up and down. You can flip the mask up like that so you can see Apex. That's just creepy. He's creepy. He is very creepy. And you can take this and replace the little headmaster guy with other ones, which is pretty neat. And then he does have a ratchety joint there. He does have a twist there, which is kind of nice. He does have some foot articulation. There is no ankle pivot, which is unfortunate. But yeah, overall, definitely very cool looking. I am liking this Optimus Prime a lot. Alright, so I'm just going to take his guns. Now they've got these little hinge piece, not really hinges, but little slots under the hand to kind of support the guns, which is kind of cool. So yeah, you can make the Magnus Hammer just like you did with Ultra Magnus, which is pretty cool. I'm going to throw these off to the side. If you've not seen the Ultra Magnus review, I will add a link right here if you want to check that out. And just kind of show off Apex here. So here's the head. He's very tiny. And he's just like all the other little Titan Master figures. He's red and light gray. Kind of cool. Definitely digging him. He can, look how tiny he is compared to that big old guy. The gun pieces here on his shoulder, he can ride in these. So I'm going to pull this off real quick. So there are 2 of them, which is cool. He's got the little seat, so he can ride in them. Optimus, I'm presuming, can probably hold him, kind of. The neat thing about these, they're supposed to be like this, but you get that hollow bit right there. If you don't want to see that, there is a plug right here. You can put them in this way if you so desire. And then if you look on the side, there's no hollow bits. I kind of like that version a little bit better. I think that's kind of cool. However, if you do port it in this way, what you can do is swing this down and then kind of bring this up, and then little Apex, I can get these little arms up. come here, buddy. He can sit in there and he can gun on the side, which is pretty cool. Definitely dig that. So he could have actually 2 little Headmaster units there with him. And then if you really wanted to, I mean, you can flip this back, and if you only had the one piece, so the kid can play with the little robot and the bigger robot. Although he's got the hollow dead eyes, which is kind of cool because you can get him in a death pose, which I'll kind of show that off a little bit later. I think that's pretty fun, so I'm definitely digging that. You can also, I'll throw this to the side. Another thing you can do is, I think you're probably meant to more do it this way. It looks a little bit better. That's pretty cool. I like how you've got that play option. Very, very neat. Does it fit on the Giganto stacks up here? No, it's all too loosey-goosey to fit up there. So yeah, I think that's pretty darn cool as far as a play gimmick goes. Very neat. And of course, since the whole major play gimmick of this toy line is to swap out heads, I've got Loudmouth right here. So we're just going to take Loudmouth out and let's transform him into his little head sculpt here. And then let's pop him in to Optimus. And come on, buddy. Oh, he might be wanted. Some of these, you have to turn the heads around to get to fit right. This is one of them, which I find very, very interesting. So yeah, there is Loudmouth, and actually that's pretty cool because I don't know how well the camera's going to pick up. He's got the red eyes, which he did in the original series. That looks freaking awesome. I do dig that a lot. Man, that looks really, really cool. I may have to leave that guy in there. So that's pretty neat. And just to show what I'm talking about there as far as the eyes, because you can really see the blue eyes with Apex. Get on there. Alright, so kind of a close-up. Yeah, so you can see the blue eyes for Apex in there, which looks cool. I like that a lot too, but the red eyes kind of a little nostalgic for me as far as the toy goes, because that's what he had back in the day, which was very, very cool. For comparison, here we have Optimus Prime next to Ultra Magnus, and yeah, I mean, drastically different in comparison of the two. Again, they're basically the same base mode, but there's a lot more going on with this one. They added a lot more. He's bulkier, he's beefier. Same design, engineering, essentially. To be honest, it looks like the cab on Prime on the top. If you look at the smokestacks, look how much less there is there on Ultra Magnus, and then I keep wanting to say Ultra Maximus, but yeah, very, very different, but similar. They're exactly the same but different. Heavy retool on this guy, which it's cool. It's nice. You know, again, I just can't say anything more except for the fact that this was the same base chassis, and then they just improved it dramatically. And it feels tighter. Like all the joints on the Optimus feel tighter than they do on the Magnus figure, which I really, really do dig. I think that is very, very cool. Oh, and I just wanted to show the two guns side by side in the Magnus mode, or Magnus Hammer mode. They are the exact same weapon pieces. I mean, no ifs, ands, or buts. Same exact pieces. This happens to be the one for Magnus. This happens to be one for Prime. But don't worry if you get them mixed up, because they're the same! And of course, let's compare this guy to his G1 counterpart. Here we have Powermaster Prime and Powermaster Prime. He's in the full Apex armor here. The original G1 toy, and this thing is a brick, man. I like this figure a lot, but it is a brick. Yeah, this definitely a great update to him. I really like it. It'd be nice if we get an Apex armor set, which I think there's a third-party company that's building that. where you get the secondary trailer to pull behind this version of Prime, and then you can put those components over that to kind of give it that sort of look. I do have a third-party version of that uses the Classics Optimus Prime, but it's off over in a storage closet, and I'm not digging that out. But definitely cool to see these guys side by side. And finally, let's see how this guy stacks up to our latest Megatron. I think we're getting a new one here in this next wave, but let's take a look at the Generations Megatron. And finally, let's see how he stacks up to the latest Megatron, at least my latest Megatron. I think we're getting a new one in this Titans Returns line, and, well, I'll probably end up getting that guy too. But here's Optimus next to, is this the Combiner Wars Megatron or just regular Generations? I don't know, I can't remember. Leave a comment down below. I do have the upgrade kit on this guy, which I do like, and they stack pretty well. I like them, pretty formidable. Definitely digging the two of these guys together. This guy subs in for my Masterpiece Megatron nowadays, actually, so he'll probably still stay that because I got the big boots and all that kind of good stuff on him. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the new Megatron. And there's the Galvatron too. I want the Galvatron really, really bad. And yeah, but they're not too bad. I'm definitely digging them side by side. So taking a closer look at the figure itself, I am impressed with the detail on the guy. Love all the chest piece there. I just wish you could plug a Headmaster unit in to make a motor. The head sculpt's nice. I like it. I think I like it a little bit better with Loudmouth in there because you get the red eyes like you did in the old G1. I like the smokestacks. There are the guns that resemble the old G1 version, but you can also put the little Headmaster units in there for the new play gimmick, which is very cool. We got these kind of wheels hanging off the back, which is okay. He's got some big, heavy smokestacks at the top of his shoulders, and I'm really digging the big old Autobot logos up there. Very cool, and we get the little tiny little windows at the top. Overall, definitely an impressive piece. Taking a look at the midsection of the figure, and the arms, you know, it's those big trailer pieces on the arms that kind of is a bit of a shame. I think Ultra Magnus did a better job than Powermaster Prime here. But it does have the little slots that you can put the gun pieces in that stabilize that a little bit better. I love the red hands, again, an homage to the G1 version. Very cool. You know, the back of the figure, yeah, not too bad. We get a lot less, you know, hollow bits on this guy than we do some of the others, which is definitely very, very cool. The waist, I mean, it is what it is. It's a gray bit. It's got a lot of detail on it. It looks like a robot crotch. And finally, taking a look at the legs of the figure, they did a good job with this portion. It's basically, again, the same as Ultra Magnus. I think it's a little bit better. It looks stockier, which I do dig. We've got the blue up front, the nice blue feet. All the little molded detail looks cool. We get this side where we get the little white and blue stripe. I think that looks really nice. All the detail there, very cool. And then I like this a lot. This looks really nice on the back of the figure. The back of the trailer with the big Autobot logos on the back of these calves. I am definitely digging that. Very, very cool. Overall, I've just been impressed with this toy. Now, another cool thing about this figure is it has an unofficial mode, which, you know me, I'm a sucker for those. And it's an unofficial death mode, which reminds me of that Dinobot we got in the Beast Wars Neo, or Beast Wars 2, which is kind of fun. So to do that, I'm going to take the head master guy off, and I'm just going to transform him like this. La 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 la, la la la. He's so tiny, so I'm going to throw him to the side, and then we're going to open up the chest cavity just like Ultra Magnus, like that, and then we're going to put the head back down. Now the cool thing about this is kind of looks like he's opening up the matrix, which is neat, and then the eyes, they have nothing in them. They are hollow and dead, and look at that, he's dead. Optimus is dead. He's dead. I like that. The spark has gone out, and then you can just kind of lay him down and throw his head off to the side there, and, you know, he's past the Matrix. Alright, so just kind of a flyby aerial, so yeah, very cool. I am digging that. That is a fun mode that you can recreate the death of Optimus Prime, I guess, if you really wanted to. Here we have Optimus Prime in his vehicle mode. I skipped the transformation just for, you know, lack of time. And yeah, I like the mode. I love this. That looks pretty. There's a little gappage issues, like right there, back here, top of the trailer, or top of the cab there, and then top of the trailer there. Other than that, I mean, it's not bad. I like it. That's pretty cool looking. I like that. Lots of nice little detail, lots of little rivets and stuff. Definitely digging it. I love how we have the guns there. The truck itself, I mean, it's Ultra Magnus is what it is. The cab looks exactly the same as Magnus. It's just red instead of white. And there's even some little bits right there where you can see the Ultra Magnus trailer bits right there. I like how it's got the little hydraulic stands for the trailer there. I think that looks neat. Lots of good detail. I will say putting this top piece together is kind of a pain. That was a real pain in the patush. For sure, but overall, I think it looks cool. It definitely needs that extension piece back there for Powermaster Prime, for sure. Now, his little partner, Apex, here, he can go into the truck bit right here because it does have the little thing for him to sit in there, just like the Ultra Magnus one, so we're going to put him in real quick. If we can do this. Oh, it's so tiny. Get in there. Sit in your truck. Drive your truck, little man. There we go. Are you going to sit? Going to sit? He doesn't want to sit. Come on, buddy. Here we go. And there he goes. He's sitting. There he is. He is in his little truck. So we're going to close him in. Oh, you're trapped. Now you have to go drive. Deliver toys to the boys and girls. Yeah, definitely kind of cool. I like the play gimmick there. I think that is a lot of fun. Very neat. Very cool. Now, the guns are mounted up there. You can actually port them back here, which I think actually looks a little bit cooler. So just kind of a close-up. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. I like the blue paint. It's very crystally, very neat. But yeah, overall, very nice. Loving the details on this guy. I think they did a good job with it. The top, again, just kind of doesn't want to clamp in all that well all the time. I mean, it works, I guess. Now, when you're pulling these out, I would hold the back of the truck together like this. Otherwise, these pieces are all going to fall apart and unclamp on you. But what I kind of like a little bit more than leaving those pieces up there is to actually connect to these back here like such. And it kind of gives him more of an attack mode. I think that looks a little bit cooler than just leaving them at the top. But, you know, it's your Optimus Prime. You do what you want with him. So let's go ahead and take a look at his city mode. And here we have Optimus Prime in his base mode, and it's okay, I guess. I actually think I like the city mode for Ultra Magnus better than I do this. It's alright. We get a little gun here. Of course, we've got little Apex. He's manning the gun there. These can twist around on the holes, which is pretty cool. I definitely like that. And let me see if I can find poor little... Yeah, so, okay, so here we have Loudmouth. So, yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. We get this little ramp here so he can drive his little car up and park it right there if you want to. Overall, I mean, it's okay, I guess, for a little base mode. Now, let me take Loudmouth out there. We'll just leave him right there. There's a little space kind of in the back. Let's kind of show off this base a little bit better. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. We get, you know, big open area back there. It'd be kind of interesting to get Fortress Maximus and connect this up onto it. I think that'll actually look pretty darn cool. Now, one of the other play gimmicks that this has got is there's a little piece right there that you can take this gun and you're going to mount it onto this piece like such. Yeah, see how it connects? It connects in there. Now, I did see Imgo's review on this guy, and his would not connect. So there may be QC issues there, but it does connect on mine, and it does work. So I'm kind of stoked about that, because I did see where it did not on his. And yeah, so there they are, all ready for battle. Is it the best base mode? No, not really. All these base modes are just kind of goofy to me. This is the weakest of the three modes for sure. I guess it's kind of cool to get another play gimmick out of it if you got some of the smaller figures. That's definitely cool. I do like how it connects up to Fortress Maximus. That'll be interesting to see all of them intercombined into a giant city mode. But overall, yeah, it's not too terribly bad, but it's also not the greatest. So, is the leader class Powermaster Optimus Prime a figure that you want in your Transformers collection? Yeah, I'm going to say yes. If you see this guy, I do recommend picking him up. I think he retails for about $45, which is kind of pricey to me. If this was $39.99, I'd feel a lot better about myself if I were to buy it. It's just, I don't know, man. That's a pretty hefty price for a figure. It really seems more of an ultra class than leader class to me. And there are parts of the figure that feel thin, especially when you get to start opening up the chest cavity and that kind of stuff. I just see kids breaking it. So be warned, if you're a parent, don't get this for a younger kid. This is definitely something for an older child that's going to take care of it, or obviously if you're a collector nerd like me, and he's going to sit up on the shelf and look cool. But I like it. I do like the design. I like the upgrade on the Ultra Magnus chassis. I think it works, and you know, I'm pretty sure we got a third party that's going to give us the Apex Bomber trailer, which is pretty neat. I think that'll look cool on this guy. It'd be nice if Hasbro does one that can actually go with it, maybe in the third part of this Prime trilogy. I think that would be kind of neat. I like the play gimmick. It's pretty fun. I don't particularly care for the city mode too much. I prefer the truck mode, but you know, it's nice to have multiple play gimmicks out of the thing. If you're getting all the Titans Returns figures, you got to get this guy. I mean, he is just really cool, really nice. One of the best Primes that's not a Masterpiece figure we've gotten in a long time, so I definitely recommend him. He's pretty neat. So there he is, Powermaster Prime from Titans Return.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.